going on to the culture part of the podcast, you have Bud Light tweeting, and the response, one of those responses was such a great ratio. It showed people who would actually prefer lead water over Bud Light. Now, the original tweet, before it was officially ratioed on the Twitter sphere, or now X, you had Bud Light tweet saying the first sip of feelings, which, again, yeah, marketing C-, is just a cliche gal with bad hair waving all around with open beer. And all these statistics, or all these measurements, were taken within the first 48 hours of the post. For the original post and then the responses. So the original post, again, just Bud Light tweeting the first sip of feeling. Now, that one got 148,000 views and about literally 420 likes, which, a little bit of math today, that's 0.28% of people liked it who actually saw it. Now, one of my favorite responses was someone responded with a meme where it's Ben Affleck looking exhausted, holding a cigarette, and the text was Bud Light intern getting ready for post. And that got 6,172 views and 664 likes. So it got more likes than the original tweet, and the ratio at which their like to view was, again, I know math scores in the United States are all-time low. We'll do a little math together. Some might say more valuable in public school. That's not saying much. The bar's pretty low, but again, I digress. That means of the 6,172 views, 644 people liked it. That's 10.76% of people who saw it liked it, which is astonishingly good for a tweet. Now, the other top response to the original Bud Light tweet was someone asking a poll saying, would you rather drink Flint, Michigan water or Bud Light? Now, a little bit of background, a couple years back, there's a big controversy where it turned out a lot of the pipes in Michigan were still lead, and even worse, they were actively contaminating the water, which, again, public schools all-time low. Lead is a long-term carcinogen. That's why you see all the warning labels and all the fun things in life. If you buy ammo or gun, it'll have big warnings that says caution could expose you. This has a product that can expose you to lead, which has a lot of bad side effects. So it was a big thing in the news for quite some time. And of course, we thought it would actually unite people in the United States. Just more political bickering on both sides, unfortunately. But that person who asked that poll, would you rather have Flint, Michigan water or Bud Light? In 48 hours, there were 762 votes. 94.9% said they would prefer Flint, Michigan water, compared to the 5.1% who said they would prefer Bud Light, which, at the end of the day, could we really taste the difference between the two? I'm not going to do a taste test, but I would say probably. Now, interestingly enough, another response to the original Bud Light tweet was someone asking, what would you prefer today? What would you find more refreshing? Would you prefer, a non-Anheuser-Busch product or an Anheuser-Busch product? Now, this had 1,530 votes. 94.5% said no Anheuser-Busch InBev product, while 5.5% said, yep, make mine a Bud Light. Which, astonishingly and hilariously, how close the percentages are between those two polls, although the other one does have twice, again, a little math today, a little bit over twice the number of votes. So it'll be interesting to see how Bud Light continues to attempt to crawl out of the Twitter hell of ratio, but thus far the fans are not buying it because, of course, they never actually addressed their initial problem or their marketing faux pas, their business blunder, and they alienated, again, people on the left, people on the right, people in the middle. So I don't think it's going to change until they actually address the problem. Many people speculate they won't. So I don't see their ratios getting any better on the Twitter sphere anytime soon. Thank you, everyone, again, for taking the time to tune in. Really want to appreciate you clicking that subscribe button. Trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to like as well as comment. Those also greatly appreciate. Really make the content a lot better. We appreciate the critical feedback. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers. Heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.